of digital citizenship. Um, and I'm just going to speak on it in my own words. So, digital access. This is all about making sure everyone has fair and equal access to technology and the internet, and ensuring that nobody's left behind because they don't have the right resources. In my everyday life, I can be mindful of people who might not have the same access to technology as I do, and just being considerate of people who might need extra support or resources to be able to get online. Oops. As an educator, as a future educator, it's important for me to understand digital access needs of my students, because I know at school they usually get Chromebooks, but I'm not sure what the school policies are on taking those home. And so I would be able to advocate for free internet access, or resources for my students who might not have those at home. Digital commerce is about buying and selling things online safely and securely, and using technology that makes sure that all parties are protected. In my daily life, I can make sure to use secure websites and payment methods when shopping online, and be cautious about sharing my personal information to protect myself from scammers. For my future students, or my future as an educator, teaching my students about digital commerce is so important, especially in the age of TikTok and Instagram and advertisements. They need to understand how to use technology safely and responsibly when it comes to buying online. The third one, digital communication and collaboration, is about exchanging information and working together online. It involves using technology to connect with others and share ideas. And so in my everyday life, I can use technology to communicate effectively with others and collaborate on projects, especially while I'm in school. I can also help others who might struggle with technology to just find their voice and be able to express themselves online. And for my future students, my future as an educator, these skills are really important for my students to learn. They need to know how to effectively communicate and work together online, because education moving forward is going to be a lot of digital communication. Digital etiquette, is about using technology in a respectful and considerate way, and thinking about others and their feelings when communicating online. My students are going to be secondary students, so it's really important for them to understand the impact that they can have on each other online. In my daily life, I can practice good digital etiquette by being polite and respectful in my online interactions, and avoiding cyberbullying, and being mindful of how my words and actions affect others. And like I said, as a future educator, it's really important for my students to understand how to behave responsibly and treat others with kindness and respect. Sorry, I keep doing that. For digital fluency, it's about understanding technology and how to use it effectively. It involves being able to navigate the digital world and make informed decisions online. And in my everyday life, I can work on improving my digital literacy by learning how to identify reliable information, and assisting others with that as well. And for my future students, it's really crucial for them to understand how important it is to be digitally fluent, because especially with all the fake news and misinformation out there, like we've been learning, they need to know how to differentiate between what's real and what's not. Digital health and welfare is about maintaining a healthy balance between technology and just personal well-being, and knowing when to disconnect and take care of yourself. For me, I can be mindful of how much time I actually spend online and make sure that I'm taking breaks as needed. And I can encourage others to prioritize their mental health over excessive screen time. As a future educator, I can teach my students about the importance of balancing technology with other activities, and just try to help them develop healthy habits for using the internet responsibly. Digital law is about the rules and policies that govern online behavior and involves understanding and following the laws and regulations that apply to the digital world. In my everyday life, I can educate myself about those laws to make sure that I follow them and that I'm a responsible consumer of technology. And I can also advocate for policies that protect people online. As a future educator, I would teach my students about digital laws and their rights and responsibilities online, and so that they understand that there are sometimes legal implications of their actions online, so that they need to protect themselves. Excuse me. Digital rights and responsibilities. It's about the freedoms and obligations that come with using technology and understanding the rights of others that are also using those technologies. In my daily life, I can advocate for digital rights and responsibilities by standing up for myself and others online, and promoting a safe and inclusive digital environment. As a future educator, I can teach my students about these rights and responsibilities and empower them to be responsible digital citizens, and that we all play a role in keeping each other safe and protected online. And then digital security and privacy. It's about protecting personal information and staying safe and taking precautions to prevent threats of the cyber realm and safeguarding our sensitive data. In my everyday life, I can take steps to enhance my digital security and privacy by using strong passwords, avoid weird websites, and just being cautious about sharing my personal info. And then as a future educator, I can teach my students about digital security and best ways to protect themselves, and just knowing why it's important to safeguard that personal information online. That is it. Thank you so much.